G'day, Josh. An easy gig?
Oh, I don't think it'd ever be easy from my one experience, but when the boys put an effort like that, I think it makes your job a little more easy. So, we're just really proud of the way the boys went about it, and it was a big day for the club. Playing their first game here for over 30 years, and I thought they handled the occasion well and put in a strong performance.
Was it great to see the likes of Goldstein, Tarrant, Thompson and Dorr get through, I assume, their first games unscathed?
Yeah, obviously key part of the year. Like the win's great, and it's great for a young group to build that momentum with winning games of footy. But at the end of the day, we're all building for round one, so it was a key stepping stone for those guys, and all their guys just gaining some match fitness and building for West Coast in round one.
In terms of that, does Bruce now give you something to think about for round one?
Absolutely, he does. Yeah, he was really strong last week, taking the number one ruck mantle, and today he and Goldie sort of chopped and changed a little bit, and he played a little bit up forward, but that's a great problem to have. That's what we want. That's what the pre-season's for, to give those young guys a chance, and he's one who's certainly stepped up. And they're both probably number one ruck types in terms of their genuine ruckman, but as you said, gives us something to think about with the way he played up forward as well.
A few months ago, would you have envisaged that he could have got himself into this position?
Yes, he's shown signs the last few years. He's developed, pretty steadily over that time. So he had a really big pre-season to try and build his fitness and build his aerobic base. He's obviously a big lad, so he worked really hard over the off-season and the pre-season to build that up, so he can sustain effort. And I think the first 2 weeks have been a good example of that.
His ability to play it forward, though, I think everyone knows with Goldie's fit, he's number one ruckman. Has that been the big challenge for him, to try and prove that he can play as a support ruckman, that he can spend significant time up forward?
Yeah, I think it's a challenge for all guys butting for those ruck spots at footy clubs, because the way the game is now, it's just the four and the interchange and the limited interchange. You need guys that can be flexible. So we probably haven't had too much of a look at him up forward. So it was great for him to get that opportunity today, and he took a couple of nice marks and looked dangerous up there. So they don't grow on cheese, those big fellas. So it's good to have a couple up and going and giving us something to think about.
Ryan Clark looked to have a right leg injury. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, just a corky. So as far as leg injuries go, corky's a good injury to have if there is such a thing. So he's copped the knock, and this time of year it's just a no-risk approach, so it'll be fine.
A few other young ones impressed too, Cam Zerha and Mitch Hibberd. You must have been really pleased with them as well. Yeah,
it's great. Again, this time of year to blood some of the young boys, and Cam and Jai played their first games today, and I thought both showed glimpses. And he's a big, strong ball of a kid for a 19-year-old. So it's good to see that the glimpses that they showed at times throughout the game, that they're going to be hopefully players for us in the future. So I'm sure it's great for the supporters to see some of the younger guys. Obviously a younger list now, so there's going to be opportunities there for the guys that put their hand up. So at the moment there's a few doing that, which creates some good problems.
Ben Cunnington looked dangerous in attack. Probably didn't finish his work as well as you would have liked, but obviously, is that an area of his game that you'd like to sort of try and take advantage of a bit more this year?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I mentioned flexibility before, but with he and Jack are both at times in previous years have gone forward, and Ben's a terrific one-on-one player, either at ground level or in the air. So he can, you saw with that mark, he can mix with the big boys when he jumps as well. So just a bit funny today that he kicked 0-4 or 4 or 5 points, and he's probably the one I'd have my house on if we had one shot to win the game. He's usually a beautiful set shot kick. So he said just in there he saved that for the premiership season when it counts. So but yeah, it's a good string to have to his bow.
Just another quick one on Bruce. What does sort of his performance today sort of spell for Magic Door? Is it one or the other, or can they sort of all play together?
I don't think so. It's a forever evolving landscape, that process, because Madge has shown he can do that, and he had a terrific finish to the year last year. All it does is give us another person to think about, and makes it challenging for us as a match committee to find the best mix, and it's going to help us in round one and in the early part of the year. So Madge showed some signs today as well. You're expecting to be a little bit rusty and a bit underdone given his first game back, but did some nice things. So as I said, it just creates another option for us, which is great to have.
You lose Mason for the start of the season on Friday with his hammy, and you've got a few. It's not a huge injury list, but how worrying is it your pre-season injury situation?
It's probably more worrying a few weeks ago when there were a few more, but today we got a number back, and the guys of Ben Brown's, Sam Wright, Aaron Mullett, Lockie Hansen, guys who are all tracking well to play. We've got a week off now, and we play GWS on Friday week. So obviously injuries are disappointing, and you want to avoid them as best you can. But I think Ellis is starting to look healthier and healthier. And today I think we sort of ticked that box, and guys got through, which is great. And yeah, Mace is an unfortunate one because he's had a super pre-season. He's someone we've got high hopes for, but the next one steps up, and hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later.
And Jarrett Waite didn't play today. Was that just a management thing?
Yep. Too old, getting old. Jarrett, nah. He's had a really good pre-season, so again, good chance to see Mackay and a few of those guys again today. So yeah, that was the way it went.
How impressed have you been by Nathan Robarts' start? I mean, he was very good last week and impressive today.
Yeah, he's been super impressive. He's pretty much taken his pre-season form with a lot of the the intra-club and practice matches that we've played here. He's been hitting the scoreboard. He's been pressuring. He's been a really dangerous inside 50 kick, and the first two JLT games he's done exactly that. He's ability to mix in with our other forwards and midfielders. He's just fit in perfectly. So it's been a really good start for him, and hopefully he can continue that. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Josh.